The masochists at Netflix have uploaded a brand new preview of Meghan Markle's new lifestyle show, With Love, Meghan. And they left the comments on again. Okay, so the countdown is on to Meghan Markle's new Netflix program, With Love, Meghan. And we know the countdown is on because she's posting pictures of her children, who she typically hides from the world to promote said Netflix show, which is, it gives some of us the ick, but here we are. Netflix posted a new video at the end of last week, over 127,000 views, 1,731 likes on the video, 15,417 dislikes on the video so far, over 10,000 comments, I should say. Now, this is a little preview of the show that's coming up. It says Chef Roy Choi bonds with Meghan over cooking, music, and growing up in Los Angeles while teaching her a foolproof way to cook with spicy Korean flavors, and a sneak peek from With Love, Meghan. With Love, Meghan premieres March 4th. This inspiring series, produced by Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, reimagines the genre of lifestyle programming. Reimagines my you-know-what. If it were reimagined anything, it wouldn't be accused of copying Pamela looks banging in a red bathing suit Anderson, okay? Blending practical how-tos. I would not ask this woman for advice on anything, like how to tie my shoe. I wouldn't ask her advice. I do the opposite of anything this woman told me to do. How to marry a prince? Maybe, but I'd try to pick one that had, some form of a brain. And candid conversations with friends, new and old, paid to be there.
All right, folks. Netflix just dropped a teaser for Meghan Markle's brand new lifestyle show, and let's just say, the internet is not impressed. Now let's break this down. The ratio is disastrous. You know it's bad when even Netflix left the comments on. And guess what? The audience went in. One of the top comments literally says, "I'm only here to read the comments and watch this train wreck unfold." And honestly, same. Oh, and let's not forget the Pamela Anderson comparisons. Because apparently Meghan's whole, bare-faced, effortless aesthetic looks a lot like Pamela's Netflix show from last year. Coincidence? And let's talk about Meghan's lifestyle guru act. Because folks, it is not working. I mean, who is actually looking to Meghan Markle for life advice? The comments are filled with people saying they would do the opposite of whatever she tells them to do. Translation: this is just another PR stunt to make Meghan look relatable. But the problem? Nobody is buying it. People are saying the show feels so staged, it might as well be a Netflix drama instead of a lifestyle show. And honestly, I agree.
Meghan shares personal tips and tricks. Oh, did ChatGPT write this? Embracing playfulness over perfection. Oh my gosh. It's just so annoying. It makes my skin crawl. All of it. Stop trying to pretend something you are so not. She and her guests roll up their sleeves in the kitchen, the garden, and beyond, and invite you to do the same unless your last name is Markle, or if you in any way, shape, or form share any sort of DNA with this woman, then you are not invited. Nope, not you. I saw you on my 23andMe chart. You're out. Okay, so the comments, as you can imagine, have not disappointed. Let's see. The top one says, "Just here to crack up at the comments and high-waisted beige." This kills me because Netflix is the culprit when it comes to this, or the origin of the beige. The only reason we care about what color Meghan Markle is wearing, because this woman had the audacity to go on Netflix in front of millions of people and claim that the British royal family did not allow her to wear color. Cue the editor putting pictures of Meghan in green, pictures of Meghan in red, pictures of Meghan in red/purple. She had the audacity to claim that the British royal family did not allow her to wear color while she was a working member of the royal family, that she had to sit it out so that they could wear beautiful colors. And before she was a member of the royal family, she was rarely in bright or, anything with like that popped. She's always been like a white, a black, okay, deal or no deal red. I give you that. But she's always been like in white, black, cream, or beige. Like that's just, but it's to the extreme today. And we only notice it because she claimed on Netflix that this family had so much control of her with the passport locked in the safe. Meanwhile, she's on a private jet for her baby shower, that she couldn't wear color. And today, all she does is wear beige, cream, white, and black. Yet again, it's like you're out of the tower, lady. You've escaped for 5 years. You've been able to wear the colors of the rainbow. Lucky charms, get to it. But alas, high-waisted beige. We expect nothing less than the high-waisted beige. So thank you for that comment. Over 5,000 people have liked it. Oh my goodness. Then Dino Bucket 123 says, the fact that some of the comments have more likes than the actual sneak peek is comedy gold. Although I really wish you would have spelled peek right, because that's one of my pet peeves. So to his point, like that comment from our HR Jen has over 5,200 likes. This video has less than 2,000 likes.
So, according to Netflix, Meghan is reimagining the lifestyle genre. But here's the problem. There's nothing new here. Anything, she copied Pamela Anderson. The top comments are calling it a straight-up copy of Pamela Anderson's Netflix series, which was actually praised for being authentic and unique. Meghan, not so much. It's the same vibe, the same branding, the same raw and natural approach. But the difference? Pamela is actually likable. And honestly, this is classic Meghan, always jumping on a trend instead of starting one. And if you needed more proof that this show is already doomed, just look at how the public is reacting. Usually, when Netflix releases a teaser, people get excited. But for this, nobody actually cares. The only reason people are watching is to see the disaster unfold. One person literally commented, "This show is giving budget goop energy." And honestly, that might be the best description yet.
Athena says, I believe the editors actually despise her. And this is the wonderful result. Thank you for renewing my belief in Meghan's absolute awfulness of character once again in every aspect, and for leaving the comments open for our viewing pleasure. Nobody needs to hate watch this, says Words Bloom. All the YouTubers will be watching it and reviewing it for us frame by frame. No need to give Netflix and Meghan the ratings. Now, this commenter is actually quoting the show. I have to click read more so I see the whole clip. She says, Roy Choi, you and I are so similar. Meghan, nope, nuh-uh, I'm a princess. You just the hired hand. No way in my world are we remotely alike. Laugh face emoji. I love how she shoots herself in the foot every single time with her body language. So that was just an interpretation of Meghan's body language when he says, you and I are so similar. But actually, I bet you she loved that line, because what she's doing, this is all just a PR exercise, similar to the Alec Baldwin and Hilaria Baldwin show, which I actually think they kind of nail. I'd give it a 75 out of 100 because I understand what Alec Baldwin and Hilaria are trying to do. It's too difficult to execute with the manslaughter storyline. But it was an impossible task to begin with, but they do a pretty good job of making Hilaria and Alec tolerable. I really couldn't stand these two people until I watched the first episode of their reality show. Alec Baldwin and Hilaria talking about, I believe, their 7-year-old son and how beautiful he is and how sweet he is, describing all their children. They love their family. They love each other. While Alec and Hilaria are, entitled, and Alec does not express enough empathy for the death of Helena Hutchins. I can see that they love each other. I can see that they love their family. I can see they have good children, sweet children that love them. And I don't dislike them as much as I did before. I think he's got anger issues. He's always going to have anger issues. He having those anger issues and it being out there the way it is, people do um they pursue him in a way that I think is kind of unfair sometimes. I can't believe I'm taking up for this man. But I understood what they were doing with their reality show. I understand it's just a giant PR exercise. And I feel like it was a masterclass compared to what I see with Meghan Markle. Meghan really could sit back and take notes from Hilaria and Alec Baldwin's show on TLC, The Baldwins. No, it's not. It's the worst thing they probably could do. It's the lowest of the low. This is a movie star or a former movie star, Alec Baldwin, but they are winning people over with it because people will hate watch or people will watch out of boredom and it will change people's minds and hearts about them. Meghan's show, I don't think is as accessible. And I also don't think it's as interesting because it's not authentic. It's Meghan putting herself in these positions, not like the Baldwins going absolutely insane because they're about to go on vacation. So they're trying to get cats in crates and pulling each other's hair out. Like that is unique television. Meghan making a tostada or whatever isn't. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like, gosh, how did I go on this tangent? Who even knows? But I think that if this is just a PR exercise for Meghan, then I don't think it's going to be a positive. I don't think there's going to be a positive reaction there.
And let's be real, the chemistry is non-existent. It's so painfully scripted, it's like watching an AI-generated lifestyle show. So at this point, the real question is, how long before Netflix quietly cancels this mess? So here's the big question. Is this Netflix's next huge flop? Because right now, all signs point to yes. Netflix paid millions for Meghan and Harry's content. But after their docuseries and Spotify flops, this was their last shot. And honestly, looks like another disaster. People are already saying, this show won't even last a season. And honestly, they might be right.
It is just, and I do believe it's just a PR. She wants us to like her. She wants to change public perception about her because people dislike her. Analytically, statistically, survey says she is a disliked individual. More people dislike her than like her, not only in the UK, but in the United States. And she's trying to change public opinion. And when it comes to this comment about the body language, and he says, you and I are so similar, I think she loves that. There's a reason why that clip was released. She is trying to say, look, I'm just like you. You should like me because I like the same music you like. I like to do the same things you do. I like to garden too. I love being in the kitchen. That's all this is. It's just a PR exercise where she's trying to say, you like to garden? Well, here are some of my tips for gardening so you and I can garden like each other so we can garden together. That's all this is. But I would stress that I felt like Alec Baldwin's show was much more interesting and they were much more skilled. Like I know I said when I talk about Helena Hutchins, it's not right. The percentage of grieving Helena versus the percentage of wacky family time, it's off. It's 100% off. But what I will say is it moved me when Hilaria talked about the death of Helena and a little boy losing his mom, and that death will always be with their family, that is something that they're always going to hold on to. I didn't take it in a selfish way, like we're so burdened by this. I felt like she was saying that's something we're not going to ever forget. We're going to honor her. But you might have interpreted it differently, and that's okay if you did, because that's what this is all about. We're all allowed to have an opinion, okay? All right, so Royally Us says the comment section is open. Fun times. Dave Torek said there is 5 times more negative comments and 7 times dislikes than there are likes. There's your market research, Netflix. That has over 1,000 upvotes. She drilled into our heads that when she was a kid, she fought to prove that a woman's place is not in the kitchen. Yet, look at what she's doing now. cry emoji. I can't. That's one of my favorite points that's made throughout the promotion for this. You know, women all over the world, pots and pans. Hillary Clinton so moved by young Meghan's letter that her dad is like, I actually don't think a lot of that happened. Poor Thomas Markle. Poor Thomas Markle, who's not invited. The one that's not invited. Emma Norton says, did you see Prince William and Princess Catherine being utterly charming baking biscuits today in Wales? And William saying how good Catherine's gem is. That's got to burn, eh, Meghan? Probably, but I don't think they do that stuff intentionally. I always want to defend them there because I don't think they're as petty as Meghan is. I think Meghan's pretty petty. I think that these guys have way bigger things, way bigger fish to fry. Vermont Connection says it's all about her joy in cooking. Roy dared to share what made him happy, and apparently metal music doesn't align with what the Meg finds joyful. Hence the death glare that she sent her staff to therapy and reduced grown men to tears. Narcissists always reveal themselves. Now, Vivian Howe says all the talented people in the world, and this is the best Netflix can do. It is a joke, right? Oh my gosh, Andy Hesk says, thank you, Netflix, for reminding me to watch Pamela Anderson's cooking show. Augusta Korn says the side eye and mean girl energy she gave when he said they should have met sooner were terrifying. She really is a monster. If this was meant as an enticement to watch, Netflix is in deep doo-doo. I love a good doo-doo reference. Thank you. I feel like I haven't been able to ever say that word on this channel yet, and here we are. Yay.
At this point, this is just another failed attempt to make Meghan Hollywood's next big thing. But will it work? Not a chance. Alright folks, that's it for today's reaction. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and let's get the conversation going. Do you think With Love Meghan will flop? Or will Netflix try to spin it as a success? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.